scared of literally everything. From bees to cars to trucks to trains to dogs to cats. Everything was too much, and too much felt like I was sticking my head inside of an active speaker box. But nothing terrified me more than when my sister held me right out of the window of a 5th-story parking lot, right there, threatening to drop me. From that point on, nothing was more scarier than walking up a flight of stairs. Nothing was more scarier than being picked up 2 feet above the ground. Nothing was more scarier than heights. I couldn't even look up at something tall because my legs would tremble like glass cups in an opera house. Now, when you mix all of these traits together, all of these loud, buzzing, horrifying, speeding fears, you get what I call a roller coaster. It's the epitome of my fears. Fast, loud, obnoxiously horrifying. I could never look at these things. They were against my morals to look at. But when I did look at them, I would see glistenings in children's eyes of adults. They were so proud and happy with joy, and their arms would wave in the air like thick noodles. But when I looked at them, I could see death sitting right next to me. I never thought I could ever get on a roller coaster. And that was up until my last 3rd year in middle school. Ready to be a man. Grew my last 2 inches in this world. I'm 5'2", by the way, ladies. We were given the opportunity to go to Knott's. Now, apparently I had gone to Knott's before when I was a little kid. I don't remember a single thing. So I figured, why not go again? If I don't remember, it wouldn't be hard to regain a new memory, right? It was a foggy morning. Our teacher was passing out this yellow slip for all of us, and all my friends hurtled around each other like Congress. They were whispering, some of them were screaming. They were talking about going on which rides, how much money would bring, the food, right? One dude rose above all the others and said, "Who will come with me to go on every single ride?" Like Sir Lancelot in a freaking night story. Despite the fact some of us lack natural surviving instincts, I decided, why not go? Now, why would me, a 5'2", 13-year-old little kid who's scared of heights, go on a roller coaster ride? A reason. A girl. I loved this girl. She was smart, she was intelligent, she was athletic, she was almost everything to me. She wasn't as smart as me, though. Almost everything. And me being me, and me being single, I wanted her a lot, so I made a promise with her. I made a pact with her to make sure I went on at least one ride. It's about an hour, maybe more, maybe half. I don't exactly remember. I like to repress the memories that scar me. But I'm sitting there and I'm so shaky and my voice is stuttering and I'm twiddling with my hands. I can't even look at her, but every time I do get a glance, she is beautiful. She is a ray of sunshine. I can't take my eyes off her. Until I did. My eyes flickered from one window and then flickered to the next. I see a parking lot. I see a road. I see some trees. I see a tall building. And then, out of nowhere, I see these tall pillars, these spiraling machinations of death, these things that are growing bodies and children. People are screaming on these things that can send you through the 9 circles of hell. Roller coasters. I was so terrified. I got even more sweaty. I started rubbing my hands. I couldn't even look at her anymore. But then she points straight out the window, right there. She says, "Let's go on that one." I wish she never said that. I wish she never said that, because I looked out and my eyes wanted to rip itself from the sockets of my skull. They were bulging, and my lips hugged themselves, trying their best not to let it peep out, trying their best not to let it squeal out. It was Ghost Rider. Something about a ride that is dark, bleak, looks looks like it would collapse at any moment, screamed at me, "I'm going to kill you if you get on me." I listened, obviously. And we're walking through these gates, right? Oh my God, why would they have gates at an amusement park? It felt like walking through prison. If it's an amusement park, why are they trying to kick me in? There are bars, I'm looking for these bars, and I see people caged in like little birds. I'm going to be like them. I'm going to be the caged birds, and that is exactly what happened. I walked through those gates, and we immediately went into Ghost Rider, and oh my God. I was begging, squealing, crying like a little girl, like the fat lawyer from the Bee movie. On my knees. I may have even peed a little. I don't know. But I'm begging them, and they're laughing, they're chuckling. I didn't care if I was embarrassing myself at this point. I just wanted to get off the ride. The girl I was with, very amused by this, and she listened. She got off the ride. That's why I love her so much. Because she listens to me instead of every other douchebag that still want to go on there. So we're walking out of this place, and we decided to go on Silver Bullet. I've never heard of that. I haven't seen it at all. And we're walking to the line, and it's so damp. It's in the morning, by the way. It's so damp. It's so cold. There are little droplets falling on my big nose. So eerie. I felt like if I turned around, a slasher would come to kill me. I felt like I was walking down the neighborhood when you see that homeless dude at night and you think, yeah, he's going to kill me. But he didn't kill me. As we're walking up these crooked, transparent stairs, the fact that you can see through them is honestly horrifying. Every step I took, every single movement, every time I looked up and looked down, it felt like I had left my soul at the bottom of the staircase, and my body was moving aimlessly towards my tiny death. I was shaking so badly, it was like an earthquake was happening right then and there. I was praying to God that one of these steps would just fall and let me die, but fortunately they didn't. I'm walking up, and we see already a riot of people, like a dozen people, already on here screaming bloody murder. They're screaming like lunatics, and there are only two places where you can scream like a lunatic. A roller coaster ride and the bedroom. And ride is already there. What has it been? 5, 7, 10 minutes? I blink, and already my little chamber of death and torture is right there waiting for me, calling my name. And so I'm putting away my stuff. I'm putting all this stuff away. I'm so sweaty. I'm so greasy. I'm so smelly. I need you to understand how disgusting I felt at that moment. I felt like someone covered in baby oil. I felt like it could just slip me out of there at any moment. Like, even my clothes felt sweaty. And I'm rubbing my hands all over, trying to get it off, and I touch my thighs, and I feel my phone is still in my left pocket. I already have the seat over. Now I'm trying to call them over. I'm trying to say, hey, mister, I got something to put away. Thing beeps. I'm just done for. It starts going slowly. I'm terrified. And after 5 seconds where it's climbing up, I just close my eyes. Now, it wasn't that bad, if you close your eyes. Another word of advice, pray to whatever God you believe in, so you can get on the best afterlife imaginable during a roller coaster ride. I couldn't open my eyes. I couldn't even scream. I couldn't even hear. There was so much air gushing against my body. The screams, the people that were right next to me felt like they were hallways away. That's how horrifying it was. And I was praying to myself. I was praying that if I were to die, I wanted to be reincarnated as a butterfly. Why? Because butterflies don't go on roller coasters. We get off, and I don't even care anymore. I'm pushing people away. I just get my stuff. I'm abandoning all the people. Even the girl, I didn't look at her. I'm running down these stairs, and my feet kick in. They're so shaky that fear of heights finally came back. And everyone everyone is laughing at me. Everyone's like, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. My legs are shaking. But I realized that in the midst of these laughter, and howling, and cackling, and chuckling, I made other people happy. Even though it was at the expense of myself, I gave them an experience to enjoy. I realized that the ride wasn't so bad. I realized that I'm not dead. I realized that I could do something even if I was afraid. I could do speeches. I could perform in a band. I could go on television probably. I could do anything even if I was afraid. That's the lesson of my story. That in spite of your fears, there's only one person who's stopping you. You. And once you get past yourself, you can get past just about anything. Another thing, if you do go on more roller coasters, and if you do die, I told you so.